Want to get your money right without spending hours in a spreadsheet? Stick around. I'll show you how to turn ChatGPT into your personal finance coach. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into something super practical. How to use ChatGPT to make smarter money decisions without hiring a financial advisor or downloading another boring finance app. This is a great question. This is something that people are very interested in. There are many things you can do with ChatGPT related to your finances, and it's going to be a series of videos. So hit subscribe, because next week we are gonna talk about how to get started with investing in stocks using ChatGPT. But today, I want to talk about broader things you can do with ChatGPT with your finances. I do have my own answer, but I also want to hear from you. So in the comments below, what is one thing you would love to be able to do with ChatGPT when it comes to your finances? Leave that in the comments below. And if you're watching this later and you don't see an answer for your particular situation, it might be because it hasn't been made yet. So please put in that comment so that I can see it. I will do my best to try to make a video on it. Okay, here's what I think. You can use ChatGPT to keep track of your finances. Here's what I mean by that. Let's say you have a bank account. It has a lot of transactions every single day. And at the end of the month, you want to get a summary of all of those transactions, categorize them, and know where your money went. Now, some banks already offer this kind of functionality, but if you don't have it, or if you want something more detailed, you could actually just export your bank statements into a spreadsheet. You send it to ChatGPT, and then you ask it to categorize these expenses for me. I even did a test on this. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. It was able to categorize all of my expenses into broad categories like rent, food, utilities, transportation, and everything else. It was even able to categorize some things more specifically like groceries or eating out. The only thing I had to do was add some instruction like, hey, please categorize this transaction as savings instead of spending. I also told it to summarize each category with the total expense amount so I can see at a glance where my money is going. This could save you a ton of time and effort because you don't have to manually go through and categorize all of your transactions. You can literally just press a button, send it to ChatGPT, and then you get a nice little categorized overview of where your money went. Next up is personal financial planning. So let's say you want to figure out how much you should be saving for retirement, or how much you can afford to invest in the stock market. Or maybe you're planning for a big purchase, like a house or a car, and you want to see how much you need to save up for it. Instead of going through a complex calculation by yourself, you can just tell ChatGPT what your goals are, what your income is, what your expenses are, and any other relevant details. For example, how long do you have until your retirement? What interest rate do you expect to earn on your investment? If you're buying a house, how much down payment do you want to make? Once you have that information, ChatGPT can spit out a bunch of different scenarios and show you how much you need to save based on your individual circumstances. And the great thing about this is that you can play around with the numbers and see how different variables affect your bottom line. So if you're looking to buy a house, you can change the price of the house or the down payment amount and see how that affects your monthly payments or how much you need to save each month. Or, if you're thinking about retirement, you can change the age you want to retire or the amount of income you want to have and see how that affects your savings goals. This is just another example of how ChatGPT can help you save a ton of time and effort when it comes to your personal finances. Next up, I have one that's really popular, which is writing emails. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I personally hate writing emails. Whether it's asking for a raise, asking for time off, or complaining about a bad service. I always feel like I need to write the perfect email with the perfect wording. But in reality, no one expects you to be a master wordsmith every time you send an email. If you're having trouble figuring out what to write, you can just ask ChatGPT for help. For example, let's say you want to ask for a raise. You can ask ChatGPT something like, "Can you help me write an email asking for a raise?" And then describe your situation. Then ChatGPT will spit out an email that you can send to your boss, and you can just edit it to match your specific situation. I've also used it for other types of emails, like complaining about a bad service or asking for time off work. It's always amazing how quickly and easily it can generate an email that is way better than anything I could come up with on my own. This is a huge time saver for anyone who struggles with writing emails. All you have to do is describe your situation to ChatGPT and it will handle the rest. Now the next one is for negotiating. Whether it's negotiating a salary, a contract, or just trying to get a better deal on something you're buying, knowing how to negotiate is a valuable skill. And guess what? ChatGPT has got your back. Let's say you're trying to negotiate a salary. You can ask ChatGPT to roleplay as your future employer, and then ask it questions like, what salary would you offer someone with my experience and qualifications? Then ChatGPT will respond as if it were your future employer and give you a number to use as a starting point. From there, you can continue to negotiate back and forth until you reach an agreement. ChatGPT can also help you practice your negotiation skills, so you'll be more prepared when it's time to actually negotiate. I've also used it to negotiate other things like contracts, or just to get a better deal on something I'm buying. It's always amazing how ChatGPT can help you think of arguments and counter-arguments that you would not have thought of on your own. And again, it's a huge time saver. If you struggle with negotiating, this is definitely something you want to take advantage of. Just remember that ChatGPT is only as good as the information you give it, so make sure to give it all the relevant details about your situation so it can help you negotiate the best possible deal. Next up, we have tax planning. Taxes are complicated and they can be stressful, but ChatGPT can help you with that too. For example, you can ask it to help you understand complex tax laws or regulations, or even help you plan for upcoming tax season. Let's say you're self-employed and you're not sure how to set up your taxes. You can ask ChatGPT to explain how to set up a Schedule C or how to calculate your estimated taxes. It can also help you with more general tax questions, like what are tax credits, or how do I claim a deduction? In addition to answering your questions, ChatGPT can also help you plan for tax season. For example, you can ask it to create a checklist of tax tasks or help you gather the necessary documents. This is especially helpful if you're new to doing your own taxes or if you're self-employed and haven't done them before. So if you're feeling overwhelmed by taxes, don't worry. ChatGPT is here to help. Just remember that ChatGPT is not a substitute for a qualified tax professional. If you have specific tax questions or need personalized advice, it's always best to consult with a CPA or enrolled agent. But for general tax information and planning, ChatGPT is a great resource. Next up is debt management. We all know that debt can be a major financial burden, but managing it doesn't have to be overwhelming. With ChatGPT, you can easily create a debt payoff plan and start working towards becoming debt-free. For example, let's say you have credit card debt with a high interest rate. You can ask ChatGPT to create a debt payoff plan that prioritizes paying off the highest interest rate debt first. Then it will give you a step-by-step plan for paying off your debt, including how much you need to pay off each month and by when. If you have multiple debts, ChatGPT can also help you decide which debt to pay off first. Let's say you have a student loan with a low interest rate and a credit card with a high interest rate. You can ask ChatGPT to compare the two debts and give you a recommendation on which one to pay off first. This is helpful because it can be tough to decide where to start when you have multiple debts. ChatGPT can also help you explore different debt repayment strategies, like the debt snowball method or the debt avalanche method, so you can find what works best for you. Finally, there is banking. There are many things that you can do with ChatGPT when it comes to your bank account. For example, you can ask it to create a budget for you based on your income and expenses, or to help you track your spending. Let's say you want to create a budget. You can ask ChatGPT to create a monthly budget for me based on my income and expenses, and then provide it with a list of your income and expenses. Then ChatGPT will create a budget that outlines how much you can spend in each category and help you stick to it. ChatGPT can also help you track your spending. If you want to see how much you're spending in a certain category, you can ask ChatGPT to analyze your bank statements and provide you with a breakdown of your spending. This can help you identify areas where you can cut back and save money. Additionally, ChatGPT can also help you set financial goals and develop a plan to achieve them. For example, let's say you want to save for a down payment on a house. You can ask ChatGPT to help you create a savings plan, and it will provide you with a timeline and steps to follow. Overall, ChatGPT is a powerful tool that can help you manage your finances effectively. Let me know what you think. Is there something else that you would love to see? Put it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.